guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sam LaRue and this is Samology. So I don't know if y'all have been watching Love is Blind and the whole series. I have a confession. So I just got Netflix. I know I'm late to the bandwagon. I just broke down and said, let me go ahead and get the net and the flicks. So I've been binge watching. And I've been binge watching. Now, besides Love is Blind, we're going to get into that. But if you've seen Love, Sex, and Goop, comment down below. That's like, whoo, mind-blowing. I had so many epiphanies with Love, Sex, and Goop. I just cannot even. The energetic orgasm, magical. I didn't know that it existed. I was like, what is this? What is happening here? Let me know if y'all have even watched the series and if y'all want to discuss, because there's some integral ideologies on there that's really fascinating to explore. So if you're interested in that, if you've watched the series, let me know down below. But let's get into Love is Blind. Today's video is about how to tell when a man ain't into you. So I've literally binge watched Love is Blind for the past couple of weeks, season 1 and season 2. There's a lot of lessons to learn from Love is Blind. If you haven't watched the series, this is where they put men and women in pods. They talk to each other like through a wall, so they're not able to see each other, and they're supposed to make a love connection through a wall. So it begs to ask the age-old question, is love truly blind? Like, can you fall in love with the person without ever seeing them? Well, there's a lot of very integral lessons to learn. And today what we're gonna talk about is how to tell when a man just ain't into you. Like, how do we quickly tell so we can move on about our day and not waste weeks, months, years over this man that just ain't into you? So for this, I'm going to use the example of Shake and Deepti. Now, if you haven't watched the series, I don't think I'm going to give any spoilers, but definitely watch it because it's fascinating. Shake is an interesting character. He came off very douchey in the very beginning. So even though they can't see him, just his personality was like rubbing a lot of women the wrong way because he came off very narcissistic, very misogynistic, like just rude. Like, how much do you weigh? Are you blonde? I only date blondes. Like, kind of like that. Like, ew, okay? Even if I was blonde and a petite, I still wouldn't want you, sir. The whole premise of the show, Shake, is to pick women sight unseen. So you're picking them off of their personality. So he didn't grasp the concept at first. So what ended up happening is, while he's doing his little shtick, and while he's like, are you skinny enough for me? Do you pay what you weigh? I'm a doctor. You know, I think he's a veterinarian. I'm a veterinarian. I got the cash. Do you got the ass? You know, while he's doing his little stick, he meets Deepti. Deepti is like, sir, that's not cute. Like, sir, you're turning me off. You're not only embarrassing yourself, but that's a turn off. No woman is attracted to a douchebag. Your personality is stank, basically is what she said, in the nicest of ways. Like, actually, women don't really care for a man judging her based off of her weight. Very rude and inappropriate. And so what ends up happening is they build this bond. They're both of Indian descent. They both typically date blonde individuals. So they typically date American blonde hair, blue-eyed individuals. So what happens is Shake, through their conversation, realizes it's got to be something internal, for the reason he's never dated a brown girl. That's what he says. He's never dated anyone brown. He don't want nothing brown on him. If you got brown eyes, you don't qualify. You can't have brown fingernail polish. Like, he doesn't do the brown. You have to be blonde hair, blue-eyed, essentially. So he starts having these revelations like, wait a minute, maybe it's some internalized hatred that I have. And through their conversation, he's realized that this mentality he's had is completely wrong. You shouldn't be judging people based off of their color, and it's certainly not your own race. So he has all these discoveries, and he's starting to think, man, Deepta might be the one. Like, she might be the one for me. This is what I've been missing. Like, my whole dating history has been vapid. It's been full of blonde hair, blue-eyed women that I'm sure were nice women, but we didn't have that soul connection. You know, there was always something missing. So he ends up choosing Deepta. And Deepta's falling for him because he stops acting like a douchebag and they start having like genuine, deep conversation. So they're really feeling it to the point that Shake proposes. So he gets on one knee, he proposes to Deepta. Deepta is excited. She's now falling for this man that used to be a former douchebag that is now this lover boy. So she's like, I do. What happens is they meet. The curtain is revealed and they meet each other. They run into each other's arms. They're like, yes, my soulmate. They're running into each other's arms. They give each other this deep, passionate kiss. He grabs the ass. He puts his arms totally around her in this big bear hug. It was like a Cinderella movie. You found your prince. Now live happily ever after, girl. Boop. Well, that's not really what happened. So all was well. They whisked them off to the honeymoon, right? They whisked them off to some tropical destination to have their little honeymoon. Day one is like, oh, we're happy, we're married. Oh, snuggles. So they're happy. Day two, they get into the pool. They're in their little bathing suits. They get into the pool. And Deepta is like, I just want to have babies with you. I love you. Let's have babies. Shake is like, maybe, possibly we could do that. I'll see. Let me think about it. I'll see. And I was like, what-oh? So at that point, you started to see cracks. He did his little confessional where they talked to the individual one-on-one. And he was like, well, you know, she's giving me auntie vibes. It's just the auntie vibes. It's just it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So from that point on, from date 2 to the end of the series, he was hollering about these auntie vibes. I mean, he said aunt so many times, it should have been like a challenge. Every time he says auntie vibes, drink, take a shot. Because he was just auntieing it up. Like, I just don't know. Oh, she gives me auntie vibes. I'm like, can we see your aunts? Can we see one of your aunts? Because which one looks like her? I mean, it was getting to the point where it's like, sir, we get it. We understand you're not attracted. You don't want her. We get it. It's over. There's no attraction. I mean, he wasn't trying to touch her with a 10-foot pole. And it's like, sir, roger that, 10-4. We got it. Please don't say that again. I mean, he got around everybody he could. I mean, he had a megaphone telling every single person that he could. He was not attracted to this woman. And the interesting part is, although he was hollering how he wasn't attracted to her, he also acknowledged how this woman is a once-in-a-lifetime woman. Like, this woman doesn't come around all the time. There's something unique and special about her. This is like a soulmate, like deep connection that he had with her, but he wasn't attracted to her. Even though he acknowledged, I'm not gonna meet another woman like her. She's a best friend. She's a partner. She's someone that can help me with my business. She's someone, if I'm down and out, she makes me feel better. She's my rock. She's my support system. She's got every single thing I've ever wanted in life. But I'm not attracted to her. I just don't have that chemistry with her. She's like an auntie. So the whole show was Shake trying to figure out, could he overcome the chemistry? Would he be able to overcome the looks? Would he be able to build some type of romantic chemistry with this woman when he had none? He was at a negative with her. So would he be able to build it was the age-old question. So we get to the end of this, and keep in mind, he's talked to his mom, and told the mom, she's like, Auntie, I don't know what to do. And the mom was like, this woman is a prize, and she deserves a man that knows he loves her. And don't waste this woman's time because she is great. He also asked his friends, and I'm thinking the friends are gonna be like, oh no, if there ain't no chemistry, dude, let it go. You got to have that chemistry, because you know how men are. So I was thinking the friends were gonna be like, dude, let it go. Let her go. Like Elsa. Let it go. Like, she got to go. But they weren't. They were actually very logical and sensible. And I don't know if it was because they were on TV. Like, I don't know behind the scenes that they were saying something else. But on the television, they were saying, dude, it's not all about looks. Like, you're going to grow old with this person. The looks are going to fade. You want to marry your best friend. So forget all the looks. Forget all this chemistry stuff. If she's got everything you've ever wanted, if this is your dream girl, minus the looks, go for it. Don't let that pass you up. So everybody was telling him, go for it. Are you crazy? This woman is a dream woman. So when we got to the end, I was like, I don't know, what is he gonna do? I mean, is he gonna go ahead and choose just making it work, and over time he'll grow all these feelings and emotions for her and lust for her? Or is he gonna just be like, no, I can't do it. And if it's not there at the beginning, it ain't there. Now, Deepti hasn't changed. She's always been like, I like Shake. I like him. He's really cool. When you get to know him and you brush off the doucheness, he's a great guy, right? So she hadn't changed her sentiment. She hadn't said one negative thing about Shake. So I was pretty sure that she was in it until the wedding. The minister was like, Deepti, do you take Shake as your husband? And I'm like, oh, she gonna say yes. I hope she doesn't get her heart broken. And she was like, no, I don't. I deserve better. I choose me. Oh, that gives me chills right now thinking about that. Because I'm like, this is what we all need to do. Deepti is a lesson for all of us. Okay? She is a prime example of choosing yourself over any man. And especially over a man that does not treat you right. You choose you. I mean, she just made me so proud. I was like, yes, girl, choose you. She floated right back down that aisle into her mom's arms. And her mom was like, I'm so proud of you for choosing you. And she was like, well, yeah, I have to choose me. He didn't treat me like he loved me. He didn't cherish me. And I chose myself. She's goddess status. She's like, I'm not desperate. I'm not thirsty. I'm not putting up with second best. He's going to treat me the way I deserve to be treated, or I don't want him. Yes. I love it. So that's what ended up happening. That's the end of their love story. Now, we don't know the final episode, which is the reunion, is coming on this week. So I think it's in a couple of days. So this is actually, I'm taping this before the reunion, and I hope they didn't get back together. I don't think they did, but let's hope they did not get back together, because I see much better for this woman. I think she could do so much better than him. So how do we tell if a man is just simply not into us? A lot of times they give us mixed signals, so we really don't know. Like in Shake's case, he was bringing her around the family. He was probably telling her little sweet nothings. He was giving mixed signals. So how do we cut through the mixed signals? And what are the telltale signs that a man is just simply really not into you? He just really ain't feeling it? The number one telltale sign is he is a pussyfooter. So if he's pussyfooting around, that's the number one sign that we're going to be able to tell that he's really not into you. A man that's into you will always show you. I talk about this all the time. His actions will reveal his true feelings. He will talk through his actions. And this is why Maya Angelou said, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Okay? Because they can tell you anything, but when they show you, that's how you know. He can't fake showing, because if a man really wants you, he's going to go after you full throttle. You're not going to be like, he didn't call me. He's going to call. He's going to put in work. He's going to put in effort. And it's not because he's like this romantic guy. You know, he's not this chivalrous romantic dude. It's not about that. But it's because he wants you. You're his. He wants you. He wants the prize. He wants inside your body. And so men that want things, they work for it. Okay, they know I'm going to have to put in this work. I have to make sure no other man gets her. So I'm going to pull out all the stops. I'm going to make sure every morning I'm on the top of her mind. I'm going to make sure I keep her interest because I want her. So you're not going to have to worry about, well, does he really even like me? If you have to question, he doesn't really like you. Men don't play hard to get. That's a woman's strategy. We play hard to get, or we play coy, we play innocent. Men don't play innocent and coy and hard to get. They let you know up front, I want you. Now, what is it going to take for me to have you? How do we lock this down? Their goal is to secure their interest, and you're their interest. Now, when they get you, that's a whole different topic, because yes, men will take you for granted from time to time, and this is why seduction's important. But in the beginning stage, right, when they're trying to get your attention, when they're trying to get to know you, they're going to put in the work and the action. This is where they work the hardest, is to get you. Okay, so that's our telltale sign. If they're pussyfooting around, if you don't hear from them for weeks, if you have to question, where is he? Where is he at? Why is he canceling on me? Why isn't he telling me good morning, good night? Did you make it in safely? Why doesn't he put any effort into me? If he's not putting in any effort, he's not into you. He don't want you. Now, what men do, and this is why it's very tricky, is because men will string you along, just like Shake did with Deepti. They will string you along because now men don't mind having you as a play toy. They don't mind sleeping with you. They don't mind playing with your emotions and having you as this side chick, right? They don't mind doing that. They don't even mind, like some men, if they just don't know and the vibes aren't really there, they might take you around a few of their friends because they want their friends' opinions. So they might take you around a few friends, family members, just like Shake did with Deepti. He took her around his family, and after that, he talked to the family and like, what do y'all think? Because, I just don't know. And so men will do that. So a lot of us women get confused because we're like, but he took us around his family. He must like us. Or he took us around his friends. But it doesn't mean he likes you. The only telltale sign is the effort. So that's how you can quickly tell. If he's not consistently putting in effort, he's not into you. Because what he's saying is it's okay if another man takes his spot. If he's leaving you unattended, right? So let's say you met a guy on Tinder, and sometimes he texts, and then sometimes you just don't hear from him for a couple, 3, 4, 5 days. What he's saying is it's okay for another man to take his spot. He's not worried, he's not concerned, and he really doesn't care if another man takes his spot. While he's out doing whatever he's doing, he's not giving his attention to you, which should be a telltale indicator he's not into you. Just like Deepti, find the man that treats you the way you deserve to be treated. And until then, ladies, you choose you. All right. Well, that's it for this video. If you like the video, definitely give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'll see you beautiful ladies later. Bye.